Yeah, money's not real. It's a lie.
Now, I must say, I've had stronger stances on things that I've changed my mind on.
Hey, I'm not supposed to have guns.
She's like, don't you talk about my daddy like that.
Yeah. Can't move out of this here to the one of those because I'm a thick. Yeah.
Hey yo, it's Jav
and Davey.
Welcome to the Decent Take shows. You actually sound like them. Serving mediocrity to the masses or greatness to the globe.
You decide.
I'm here with Kate. If you don't even know the difference, it's because you're not on YouTube. So go to YouTube and hit subscribe.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Caleb.
What do you want to talk
Friend
about,
of the show. Let's talk about donuts.
Donuts?
Yeah, Krispy Kreme.
Donuts!
But yeah, I think you know about this. The Krispy Kreme's giving out donuts if you show your vaccination card.
Yeah. Are you going to get vaccinated so you can get some donuts?
I done been vaccinated.
Wait, have you really been?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I only hear Bill Gates like every other day.
Wait, which one did you get?
Pfizer.
Okay, so you didn't get the off-brand one.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so because if you would have got Johnson & Johnson, you probably would be dead already.
It's facts.
Well, starting this Monday, which means 2 days after the show comes out, it means that if you've been vaccinated, like Caleb, you can get free donut from Krispy Kreme every day. It's just one, right?
I see it. Their website says you get a free donut, but then everyone's publicizing it as you get a free donut every day of the year.
Wait, what? I'm confused. Do you get one every day or do you only get one? Because if you only get, I'm not getting vaccinated for one donut.
Well, here's the thing. Are they keeping a registry of who's come through?
That's true.
So like no one's going to recognize your name if you come through with your vaccination card twice or three times or 365.
Unless they track your phone and your IP address. And then when you come in, they scan your phone and it tells them if you've been there before.
Yeah. If Krispy Kreme's that intense about their donut security, then I don't want it.
I've heard that they don't even, is it them or Dunkin' that doesn't actually make them? They just get
Dunkin'.
them. It's Dunkin' that gets them shipped in frozen and then they just like stick them in an oven. Yeah. That's hot cans.
I'll be honest with you. I think Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts are both trash.
Well,
sorry.
Really? Both of them?
Mm-hmm. I mean, like they're yummy, but
they're not good.
Go to Bosa.
Okay, let's chill. You can't choose a local donut place.
If a local place has like 15 locations, it counts.
That's like saying that. I don't know. Like Joyride Taco Shop has better tacos than Taco Bell, obviously.
Well, yeah, but the donuts are cheaper at Bosa.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No,
they're like 59 cents.
That's not true. I bought a donut for like $2 at Bosa.
Oh, you're over there getting your buttermilk bars or something.
Okay,
something
chill out.
fancy.
I got a cake batter donut. That's it.
I'm just saying. I will find any local place to get a donut before I think about going.
Here
to Dunkin'
goes
or
Caleb,
Krispy.
all local. Buy local everything. Did you buy my album? I don't think so.
No.
Did you buy Kendrick's? Yeah,
No.
you did.
No, I don't. I'm on Spotify, dog.
What about vinyl?
Do I have Kendrick on vinyl?
You better not. Do you have me on vinyl?
No. Are you on vinyl?
Yeah.
Prove it.
We want me to just bring me a freaking record player.
I don't think you're on vinyl. If you are,
Davey, will you bring me a record player, please? You want to bet that I'm on vinyl?
Dude, okay, that's good for you.
All right, don't bring it. He's convinced.
I'm not mad about it. I'm
just convinced I'm on vinyl.
Why can't I buy one?
You could.
Where?
Just pay me.
How much?
$600.
Nope.
What? Are you serious? What happened to local?
Yeah, I'm still broke.
You're not broke. This man is a whole owner of a college. He owns an entire college dormitory. It's true.
My paycheck says otherwise.
It's not about what you get paid. It's about how you spend it. Amen.
Getting paid more would be nice too.
I don't think we need money.
You don't think we need money at all?
No, not at all. Because money is fake.
Well, if no one had money, then yeah, we would need money. Yeah, money's not real. It's a lie.
Yeah, we should just trade stuff.
Okay.
Like you give me your car, and I'll give you
your vinyl. That's not a contract. I'm just saying.
Deal.
That's
a good deal. You get my vinyl, I get your car.
No. It's not a good deal for either of us because my car has all kinds of problems.
And I don't have a vinyl.
Perfect. See, I knew it.
We have come to a conclusion. All right, let's move on. Tesla You can now buy Teslas with Bitcoin. Do you have any Bitcoin, Caleb?
I do.
How much?
Like $40.
$40K. He has $40,000 in Bitcoin, guys. Let's learn your trade secrets, Caleb. Tell us how to do it.
I actually just made a Coinbase account. Not Coinbase. I have Coinbase.
Okay.
I just made a what's the website? Shoot.
Robinhood.
No, the NFTs. It's like there's a word.
Jacob.
I have the app. Let me open the app and remember what it's called. Blockchain. It's called Blockchain.
Oh, the app is called Blockchain?
Yeah, I'm on Blockchain. I felt way cooler than I am because they have like 12 passwords and like they won't ever give it back to you, and like a bunch of code words you have to remember to get into
terrifying.
your account. Also, I can protect my $25 of Bitcoin that I have in that account.
That's ridiculous. If I had I literally already hit forgot password about 3 times a day.
They give you a big warning before you sign in. They're like, you cannot reset or retrieve your password.
That's trash.
And your username's like 15 characters.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What?
When you hit forgot password and then you change it to a password that you remember, then it goes, you can't use the same password.
Yep.
And I'm like, bruh. In fact, there are times that I've definitely typed in the wrong password and it still let me into my account.
That's sketchy. You want to look into that.
Like there's no, like I know that I missed a button and it still let me in. Yet I get it right and it's like, nah, dog, you can't come in.
Whack.
So if I forgot my password to my blockchain and I lost my $25, I would.
There's a dude. This is like a legit story. I don't have the exact details, but this dude, he has like $6 million or something in his account.
Mm-hmm.
But he got it. He had bought Bitcoin forever ago.
Yeah.
Forgot about Bitcoin, and then it hit the 50K mark, and he was trying to get back in, and he doesn't remember the password.
Oh, God.
And he's on try 8 of 10. Last time I read.
Before it deletes itself.
Before it cancels the whole account.
Bruh.
Like. I think it's like a third of the world's Bitcoin is in locked
That's
wallets.
Stressful.
Yeah.
That's like Alex Jones, who got given like 10,000 Bitcoin for free and then either just didn't want it or lost the laptop that it was on.
Brutal.
That is you know how much money? That's so much money to lose.
There was some tweet went viral a little bit ago. It was an old photo of some tournament, like video game tournament or something like that. And it was cash prizes for most of the positions, and then like 10th to 15th place got like 15 Bitcoin or something like that, which is worth like.
How long ago was that?
I mean, it was 15 Bitcoin had to be less than like $25.
Oh, so it was a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I can't imagine losing that much money.
Me neither.
Like that. One, I
It's
can't even
devastating.
imagine having that much money.
Yeah.
But then to lose it.
To know that you're at the grasp of getting that much money. At the cusp.
That's painful.
Yeah. That's
How much
life
money?
learning.
What is the biggest amount of money you've ever spent on something that was either trivial or useless?
Biggest amount of money that I spent.
Or what's the dumbest thing you ever bought?
Dumbest thing? Oh, I mean, that's another question.
No drugs.
I mean, I spent way too much money on like Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards.
As an adult?
Yeah, that was like the thing at summer camp.
Oh my.
We all got really into Magic and Pokemon.
How much money do you think you spent on it?
I mean, it can't be more than, I mean, I still left with money because I only used money that I was being paid.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Magic my whole life, I've probably spent at least $1,000, which is nothing. Compared to like,
then give me $1,000 if it's nothing.
Well,
okay.
I mean, there's cards that sell for like 20 grand.
But can you do a magic trick?
No, I can.
So you spent.
But I can destroy you with my 5-color.
You can't
sliver
destroy
deck.
me in anything.
Beat my 5-color sliver deck.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, exactly. You're not even ready, dog.
I could punch you.
I'll fight you.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I get you on the ground. You're done.
No.
No chance.
Not even a chance. You haven't even seen me in my final form yet.
That doesn't scare me in the least bit.
It should.
Eh?
Look how you see them hands. You see them hands, dog. Too quick.
The rest of the podcast is us just smacking each other back and forth.
We can make another Jump Will commercial. Yo, shout out to everybody who liked that clip of the commercial of us jumping Will. We did not get any email, so don't forget to email us and we will jump him. But the reason why I brought up Tesla was not to say that you can buy it with Bitcoin. I don't even know why I said that, but you can. Is that this year Volkswagen plans to deliver 1 million plug-in hybrids and electric cars. And they plan to surpass Tesla in sales by 2025, but some people say it's going to happen sooner.
I think it will.
You think the fall of Elon Musk is upon us?
I don't think it's the fall of Elon. I just think
people are like, oh, the fall of Elon Musk. And I'm like, I don't know, man.
I think Tesla's going to be fine. But Tesla does need to come out with a vehicle that's like way more consumer friendly and way more like
cheaper?
Regular person friendly. Yeah, mostly cheaper. Because that's what Volkswagen's going to do. Regular people are going to buy Volkswagens. Rich people are going to buy Teslas.
Yeah, but do you know how much it costs to fix a Volkswagen? Like, they may be cheaper, but that crap, taking them to a shop is so expensive. We used to have a Jetta, and that bad boy cost more to fix than it was worth. For, just regular issues.
But isn't that, like, kind of the problem with cheaper stuff in general, though?
Yeah.
Cheap stuff is ultimately more expensive, but you can't get the more expensive stuff because you're too broke now.
That's true. Maybe we should all just pull out, like, a home equity line of credit on our homes. And then use that to buy Teslas.
Let's all become radical socialists.
Yeah, because then we can just share everything. Yeah. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring, my friends. Jonah is signaling to me that he sent me something. Let's see what it says. It's a link. And it takes me to... Come on. Give it to me, Mark. Tesla's cheap $25,000 car could cost just $19,000.
Okay.
Their $25,000 car could cost $19,000.
Where's this coming from?
Elon Musk has announced.
You gotta talk into the mic. I can't hear you. Pull up on Will's mic real quick, because I don't even know what you're saying. This better be important.
Elon Musk announced not too long ago that they're looking for ways to cheapen the way they make Teslas to make them $25,000 so that
I don't want to cheap Tesla.
He's been saying that since they started, though.
And I don't know. I think that
I'll take a cheap Tesla. Sign me up.
I don't know.
If they can make a cheap, because
are they gonna make it out of the same stuff?
I would guess that they're gonna try to make it as luxury as the rest, at least seemingly luxury as the rest.
Well, this is the reason why. I think that if I was to buy a fully electric car and I was choosing between a Tesla and let's say Volkswagen, Hyundai, Honda, whatever it is, right, and they focused on making that car at that price point rather than trying to take a car that was already made for much more and then cheapen it down, is like getting an iPhone mini. You don't want an iPhone mini. Do you have an iPhone mini?
No, is that the new one? Is that
what
it's called?
It's just tiny.
The new tiny iPhone?
Yeah.
I'd buy that.
No, you wouldn't.
It's a freaking steal of a deal.
You would not buy it.
I've actually considered it.
You have big fingers.
Okay. I used to type on that MV3.
You would crush it.
By I don't know who made it, but I had a Verizon plan. It wasn't Nokia.
It was Nokia. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was Nokia.
NV3.
But that was when you had smaller fingers.
Not really, dog. I've been big for a minute.
For how long?
Always?
No way. Can you imagine Caleb coming? Caleb,
like,
as a 5-year-old being this big?
You think I didn't get a phone until I was 15.
I don't know when you got a phone.
I just told you.
I don't know how rich kids grow up.
Okay.
So, dude moves from LA when he's like 15 and
not
has
even
to act
close
like
to
he's
true.
broke. That's crazy.
I'm from Tucson.
Just kidding. He's from the poop splatter on the bottom of the toilet, which is Tucson. Did you know that I went to Tucson a couple weeks ago? Maybe a month or so ago?
Yeah.
It was not as bad as it was before because I went to EG's and I found out recently that EG's, I know this doesn't make sense to anybody who's not from Arizona, but the EG isn't the sandwich.
No.
And I thought it was.
And their sandwiches are just like, eh.
Yeah. So I went down to Tucson the first time and I had an EG and I was like, this is kind of trash.
Yeah.
Like for an hour and a half drive, this is kind of doo-doo.
Yeah. If you went down there for their sandwiches, you're not having a good time.
And then I had an EG this past time, little strawberry boy, and it was fire.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, bro. You got to go for
melt in your mouth.
July, I think, is watermelon.
That's
they have a flavor.
Mad racist.
No, it's my favorite flavor.
What? Yeah.
It's the most popular flavor. That one and Orange Dream. Dude, you're the one who brought race into this. Watermelon's the best flavor. Don't clip this and put this on Twitter.
Javaughn, you should have the watermelon.
You got to try the watermelon. It's the best one. Has any of you guys had watermelon EGs? It's so good. You've had them?
No, I'm just saying I'm clipping it.
Thank you. You guys are the worst, dude. If this gets me fired, I'm Oh.
Can I grab you a charcuterie board?
It's the best flavor. I'm sorry. That or orange dream.
I bet it is. He said that or orange drink. That's
orange
crazy.
Dream. Oh my Lord. You're the worst. Every time I come on this freaking podcast, it's a trap.
Let me guess.
Davey's shaking his head. Yes, he
Let
knows.
me guess. In August is grape.
No.
That's what I want.
No. They might have grape. But I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay. All right.
Is watermelon... Do we suddenly not like watermelon?
Do I suddenly not like watermelon?
I said we to the 5 people in this room.
Okay, just make sure. Sorry.
Is watermelon not a good flavor?
We don't know. We haven't had
Watermelon. No, in general. Do we not like watermelon?
I don't know.
Are white people not allowed to talk about watermelon?
I mean, you can.
Watermelon. I'm being.
Are you trying to do some spell on
right
me
now.
on your math?
I'm getting gaslit.
You're
this is the future liberals want.
You're like,
this is the future liberals want.
Looky here, little black boy, watermelon, huh?
I don't feel safe.
Hashtag Caleb. No.
Hashtag Caleb.
Yeah, I was gonna say the C word, Caleb, but we don't want to use that word next to your name
please
because we don't want people to actually do that.
It'll happen like that, dude.
I know.
A bunch of Twitter bots will just start retweeting it.
Facts.
And I'll be done.
Don't worry, I'll cover it in K-pop. They'll never find it. Davey taught me that one. All right, speaking of K-pop, Utah proposes an anti-porn bill.
Yeah, they did.
So
no
Utah,
porn.
Utah wants to make it so if you buy a phone or a tablet in Utah, it will automatically block any type of pornography. Now, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes people retweet things on my Twitter that you're like, oh, it's 6 a.m. Why are you looking at that? Do you get that sometimes?
Yeah.
Or the people who are just liking it on Twitter and don't realize that it's going to make it pop up on other people's stuff?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so-and-so liked, and it's like, and I'm like,
was it
hold on.
Who's the politician that did that? And it was in his likes. And it's Ted Cruz.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
That bum.
It was so...
How can he just not stay out of the limelight for 5 seconds?
And it was like sketchy stuff. Like it wasn't like normal porn.
I don't want you to tell me.
I'm not gonna.
Okay,
but
good.
it was sketchy.
Well, Utah must be on to something. So, Governor Spencer Cox, that's hilarious, has said that the measure would send an...
Oh, shoot. My bad.
You good, bro?
Yeah, I have an 8 o'clock alarm that goes off.
Oh, it's bedtime.
Forgot.
Governor Spencer Cox has said the measure would send an important message about preventing children from accessing explicit online content. But I thought it was every phone and tablet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or is it just for people under 18? Because I didn't read that it was for people just under 18.
If it's people just under 18, that's fine with me.
I can get down with that.
In fact, I like
here's
the thing. I think porn's a problem in most space. You have the freedom to live your life. I mean, like, I'm not going to get into that argument.
Yeah,
but
right.
I personally think that porn doesn't bring anything healthy to your life, especially if you're a developing person. Like if you're a child.
Yeah, I don't think any kids should be watching porn.
And most kids see porn for the first time like at like 12 now.
Yeah,
that's like the average.
Before it was you saw Gilligan's Island and then you liked quicksand. That's a thing. There are people that are into quicksand because of Gilligan's Island.
That's weird. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, I think Bert Kreischer was into it.
Weird.
Currently into quicksand. Don't quote me on that.
Hey, Bert. Why don't you come on over on the podcast and defend yourself, huh?
He said something about it. I know he did. Or was it somebody else? Ah, crap. I'm going to get a slander case. Bert, you know I love you. Hey, big boy. I watch your specials.
Me too. Should I take my shirt off?
Do it.
No, I'm good.
Bet you won't.
Yeah, I'm good right now. Bro, you know how much stuff I'm going to knock over if I take my shirt off right now?
I'm fine with that.
Just no lighting anymore?
Nothing.
We'll see where the night goes.
If you knock over those lights by taking off your shirt, you'll definitely beat me in a fight.
I'll make it work.
That's a reach, bro. Okay, so it says this measure will not go into effect unless 5 other states enact similar laws, a provision that was added to address concerns that would be difficult to implement. The American Civil Liberties Union of Utah, that's a long name, said that the constitutionality, that one, of the bill was not adequately considered and that it will likely be argued in court. I don't know that they can just go give out phones that are automatically blocked on certain things, even if it is something that would be of good use to kids. I think parents have to make that call and get those blockers.
Honestly, I mean, that is like a lot of the problem in the world. I think comes down to like parents should pay attention more.
I don't know. We'd be some sneaky kids.
I mean, true. I think this generation, like our generation, is going to have a better time keeping an eye on our kids because I actually know how to use a computer.
That's true. Yeah, because all this other stuff is new.
And like, there's no like when I grew up, like one, you had to be sneaky, and two, like you had to be extra sneaky because there's like one computer in the house.
Oh, yep.
Like one device.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you gotta. But I know what's going on now.
Yeah, you could go through and find out what was on the phone.
I didn't learn about delete history till it was way too late.
You know that there are current parents that I've had to teach when I was working with kids what incognito browser was.
Parents had to teach, or kids had to teach their parents?
I had to teach the kids' parents, like, hey, there's a button
this is what they're
that
doing.
will automatically delete everything. If you go on your
there's
kid's
a whole
phone,
browser.
If you go on your kid's phone and see DuckDuckGo, delete it. They in there doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. Unless they're just really hip to VPNs and all that stuff.
Yeah, unless they're just like all about cybersecurity.
Yeah, they're like a conspiracy theorist at 12.
If your 12-year-old's really into cybersecurity, maybe you should like put them in therapy.
This is what you do. If you go on your parents, this is a free tip. You can sign up for our Buy Me a Coffee that we just started and get these free tips whenever you need for $5 a month. Wink, wink. We'll talk about that later too. But if you go on your kid's phone and you see a private browser, DuckDuckGo or anything like that, but you go to their laptop and there's not like a piece of tape over their webcam, they're not
like a little VPN symbol in the top right.
They're just watching porn. If they have both, they might just be a conspiracy theorist.
That's facts. Is it a conspiracy though?
No,
it's not. That's the thing.
People are legitimately watching you through your web. I'm looking at you. You might be looking at your phone right now or your computer and you think that I can't see you, but I'm looking directly at you right now.
The government's watching this podcast right now.
And we're not saying anything that's against the government necessarily, but Area 51 got some sketchy stuff.
Did you hear about the flagged? I don't know if this is real. I just saw it on TikTok, so probably not.
Speaking of which, we have a TikTok now. What is the @ name?
TikTok.
@Decent Takes. Go follow it. Go follow it right now @Decent Takes on TikTok. I haven't even seen it. Davey's running it because I don't do TikTok, but I heard it's a good way to promote podcasts, so we're doing it. So follow us.
TikTok.
Can you even follow people on TikTok? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
And then #FYP.
Yeah.
For you page. I'm hip.
Yeah, it is. That's
hip,
what it is.
Hop. Hippity hip pop pop. They don't stop. Okay, go ahead.
Do you know what the app Strava is? Or Strava?
I do. Wait. What is it? It's Is it fitness? Steps?
Kind of. Yeah. It's like
Steps.
It tracks your runs and stuff like that. So they released like maps of like the hot spots of like where everyone's running.
Mm-hmm.
And it included like government workers who had like the data in their phones.
Ooh.
And so like there's like supposedly there's like trails that are you can see on the map that like there's no buildings there or anything there, but like clearly people are congregating in these areas, like secret bases and stuff like that. It might be fake. It was on TikTok. I'm on conspiracy talk and it makes me uncomfortable.
I like conspiracies.
They're fun.
If I could go on a TikTok and only see crackheads and conspiracies,
you can make that happen. If you just like really carefully
all I want to see is those two things.
Here's the thing: when you log on, you're just gonna get like random like popular stuff.
I don't want that.
No, but here's the thing: after like even like a week, whatever you're liking and interacting with, it puts you in the algorithm for what kind of content you like.
Is Caleb gonna get me on a TikTok?
Their algorithm is insanity.
I've heard it is.
Bro, I liked one TikTok of this boat getting chased down by the Mexican police.
I want this video.
Bro, and I liked that TikTok, and for like 3 weeks, half my TikToks were cartel talks.
Okay, I might. No, I'm not
like people hiding drugs in cars and like getting past the border, and I shouldn't have that. There's prison talk.
I've heard of prison talk.
It's awesome.
I don't know. I'm kind of getting convinced here.
If you get in the right areas of TikTok, it's a blast.
Now, I must say, I've had stronger stances on things that I've changed my mind on about. As Andrew Schultz would say, Hippocrates. Like Takis.
What about Takis?
I thought Takis were the most trash chip ever.
Okay.
Then I bought some, and I had one in there that was like semi-unrolled.
Yeah.
So you got that crunch on it.
Those are good ones.
Bruh. Have
you seen the blue Fuego
That's
ones?
the day salvation made sense to me.
Really? Takis brought you to Christ?
To some higher being.
Okay. Are we not affiliated with
I don't
any
know if
religious
Christians would be
affiliate?
happy with me equating Takis to salvation.
That's fair.
So maybe.
Yeah. That's just kidding, Christians.
Just kidding. We're Muslim.
Just kidding. American evangelicalism.
Facts.
Have you seen the Takis Blue Fuego?
No,
chip?
see, that makes me uncomfortable.
Makes
I'm
me
not there
uncomfortable
yet.
too. Why is it blue?
That's unnecessary.
That's just you're just
In fact,
eating dye at that point.
nothing hot should be blue. Blue is a symbol of cold.
I'd agree with that. I think. Yeah.
The blue symbol on the water dispenser is cold water. The red one is hot.
Want to hear something petty that is really unimportant, but
What?
it makes me mad every day?
I'm down.
I have a water dispenser in my house. There's a hot one, it's red.
Uh-huh.
A cold one that's blue, and there's a white one in the middle that's supposed to be room temperature.
Oh, Lord.
I'm a room temp water guy.
It's not, is it?
It is freezing.
I knew it.
And then the cold water's colder.
That's
But
because
I have to mix hot water and tap water and the room temperature water every day.
it's because only real people drink lukewarm room temperature water. Only the real ones.
I agree.
Real
It's the
water
way to do it.
drinkers don't need freezing cold water.
No, here's the thing. I chug.
Chuk, chuk,
I drink a
chuk.
lot of water throughout the day, but I only drink out of my water bottle like 6 times.
Yeah.
But I'm drinking the whole thing.
Yeah.
If it's cold, you just can't do that.
You
And my
can't, no.
teeth are sensitive.
It's too much. It's too much.
Gross.
If you're like, I drink water all the time, and every time it's got a big phrase that called.
And I need cucumbers in it.
Oh, don't get me started on the freaking fruit and vegetable water.
Honestly,
people.
if you throw some lemon in there,
That's different.
have a good time. Maybe a little ginger sometimes, you know, got a
Little
sore throat,
ginger.
something like that. Things that make sense to go. But if you're throwing cucumbers in there,
They were
get
like
outta
cucumbers
here.
and carrots with a little
Get
grapefruit.
outta here.
Bruh,
Someone's
just
been,
drink the water. If you clearly don't want water, go drink something else.
But here's the thing: cucumbers don't make water taste better.
No, they just make it taste
Like cucumbers.
in dirt. Because people don't be
Cucumbers don't
washing their
taste good.
vegetables. Okay, cucumbers do taste good.
It depends on what.
You got to get a
Which
like
like
a
plain
crisp
cucumbers.
It's actually not even. No, you got to have the
Yeah, you got some
like
ranch.
oil, salt.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
What about lemon water?
lemon
Lemon
water.
water's fine.
No,
If I go to a restaurant, I'm not about it.
lemon water is fine, but lemon flavored water is not. My grandma.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
I love my grandma. I do. She's my favorite person. If you know me, you know that I love my grandma. But she buys lemon water and regular water that both look the exact same. So if you just go into the refrigerator and you just grab one and you drink it, you're either getting this amazing, refreshing experience, a little cold and unnecessary, but it's better to get a cold lemon water than a room temp one. Because then it just tastes like spoiled water.
Checks out.
Flavored water is such a useless concept to me. Just drink the regular water and eat some strawberries after. You don't need the strawberry flavor inside the water. Or the sparkling water. You LaCroix people, I'm talking to you. LaCroix is trash. It's disgusting. It's not good.
Yeah, it's so bad
Yeah, it is. Do you drink LaCroix?
all the time.
Why?
I like LaCroix.
I saw the best meme and it's like LaCroix. And the flavor is a lime truck driving by.
Yeah. I've seen
It's
it.
so bad.
It's not though. It's
It's
good.
not good.
I like it. I like sparkling water.
Why?
Because here's the thing. Because I'm a recovering soda addict.
Oh my.
Okay, and
Go to SA.
I will if there was a thing. I'm not actually an addict, but I like the bubbliness. It's a textural thing, you know.
Can liquids have textures?
It's like what's the sensory thing? It's a sensory thing.
Okay, then drink soda.
But soda's not good for you.
Yeah, neither's LaCroix.
LaCroix's not bad for you. It's
But
water.
Okay, just because something's not bad for you doesn't mean that it's good for you.
It's water.
with stuff.
It is good. No, it's read the label. Dog, has nothing in it.
It has nothing.
It's water.
It has nothing in it.
It's water and like essence.
And like, so there's something in it.
Everything has something in it.
Exactly. So let's find out what it is.
You're telling me that your Arrowhead is pure?
My Arrowhead? Who drinks Arrowhead water? I'm not poor. Okay, I'm poor, but still. I drink tap water, son.
Dude, Phoenix tap water.
Drink Teppy Town Lake water, baby.
Phoenix water sucks.
No, it's not. It's actually not that bad.
Ugh.
But I'm from Michigan. We had lead in our water, so I'll take non-lead water.
That's fair. I'm gonna count my blessings.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, what in LaCroix is bad for you? Ooh, manufactured using non-natural flavorings and synthetic compounds. This class action lawsuit also claims that the chemicals used include limonene, which causes kidney toxicity.
Did they win that lawsuit?
Probably. I'm going to say yes. Does LaCroix... Okay, people also ask, does LaCroix have rat poison in it? Why was LaCroix recalled? Is Topo Chico better than LaCroix?
I like Topo Chico.
I've heard that's pretty good. But it's also just sparkling water.
Yep.
What is up with y'all in bubbles?
I like it. Why
did
y'all
have some weird love of the Powder Puff Girls?
No. I've never watched Powder Puff Girls.
Yeah, you have.
No, I literally haven't.
Then your childhood sucked.
Yeah, my parents were super intense about not letting me watch stuff.
But they let you watch porn?
They didn't let me watch porn.
But you did?
As a child, as a young, curious boy.
You chose to watch
the internet?
You chose to watch that over the Powerpuff Girls?
What streaming device could I have used to watch the Powerpuff Girls when I was 13?
The same thing that you used to watch. No.
There was no such thing as a streaming device back then. A streaming website for video.
What,
for like
how'd
TV
you get
shows.
It?
For TV shows.
The TV.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to do that. There was one TV in the house, and I would get in trouble if I watched something I'm not supposed to watch.
The Powerpuff Girls is something you were not allowed to watch?
I wasn't allowed to watch anything on Cartoon Network.
That's insane to me. But they let you watch Gilligan's Island.
Yeah. My dad liked the oldies.
I know why. Quicksand.
No.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so
what were we talking about?
LaCroix. But
Okay.
how do we even get to LaCroix?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what about on your list?
We were on the anti-porn bill, and somehow we got to LaCroix.
Government agents, TikTok, talkies, cold water.
Cold water to LaCroix. That's a heck of a line.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Decent Takes show.
I'm Davey.
Davey, you look good this week. This is the best you've looked.
Thanks.
In all the episodes we've done, for Jersey.
I appreciate that. I would agree.
Okay, let's move on to, speaking of health concerns, Dr. Oz is hosting Jeopardy for 2 weeks, and people are not stoked.
Yeah.
I think anybody you put on to Jeopardy, even if it's temporary, is just not going to be good.
I agree. It's a losing battle.
It is. I mean, I think there are a few safe bets that you could put on to Jeopardy for a couple weeks at a time, and it would be okay.
Who are your safe bets?
The Rock.
Okay. I like that.
Will Smith.
I like that.
I'm trying to think of somebody who's not black.
I was about to say Kevin Hart.
No, not Kevin Hart, because he still has some of the backlash from his special.
When he's also just like, I feel like he has a different demeanor.
Yeah, I don't know if he fits the Jeopardy vibe.
The trivia vibe.
Tom Brady.
I mean, sure, if he goes on there, cool, but I think he has better things to do with his time.
Yes, probably so do the other people. Terry Crews.
I like Terry Crews, but he's like
Simon Cowell.
People don't like Terry Crews right now, though.
Oh yeah, because he's a sellout.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's whatever. But he can still make his little pecs jump.
Just like that.
Yeah, and that makes him fine, I guess. Right? That's all people want.
I'm not gonna comment on this.
What?
I'm gonna get trapped again.
How?
Because it has to do with race, and you're gonna trap me.
Oh, you don't like Terry Crews?
I think I don't have like that much of an opinion on Terry Crews. I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That show's fun.
That show's good, dude.
It is.
I was actually surprised at how much I like that show.
It's pretty good.
Because, you know, when people give you suggestions, they're like, oh, you're going to love this. And then it's always trash.
Yeah.
Somebody did that to Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Workaholics, and I thought both were hilarious.
Yeah, they're both really funny shows.
But no, that's rude. I'm not going to say that. Yeah, let's move on. So people are not excited about Dr. Oz hosting Jeopardy. It says Dr. Oz is a controversial medical figure that has long been accused of peddling dangerous medical misinformation and questionable treatments or products for his own profit. A medical journal in Britain reported that about half of his medical advice is baseless or wrong.
I believe that.
I don't know anything about Dr. Oz. Is he bald?
Is he? No, I don't think so.
I feel like I trust bald doctors more.
You're thinking of Dr. Phil.
No, I know who Dr. Phil is. I don't know who Dr. Oz is.
Isn't Dr. Oz like a little younger?
Is Dr. Oz younger than Dr. Phil?
He looks a little younger.
Dr. Phil definitely looks old.
Dr. Phil's he's
but
pushing it.
Does Dr. Oz have his own show? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he has like a daytime television show.
So is he actually a bad doctor, or is he like a bad doctor in the sense that people just don't like him?
Well, here's the thing. His job is a TV show. So how good of a doctor can you be?
I think Dr. Drew's a really good doctor, and he had a TV show.
That's okay. That's fair. But he's like trashy daytime television.
Oh, yeah. Like I don't know. Is Dr. Phil's not a medical doctor, right?
No.
Okay, because if that fool came to me and like I had like a,
they're like
hernia,
basically doing reality shows.
I wouldn't let Dr. Phil fix my hernia.
No. I wouldn't let Dr. Phil fix anything.
Yeah, I meant hemorrhoid.
Nice.
That's the word I was trying to think of in my head, but instead I said hernia.
I mean, if I had a hemorrhoid and Dr. Phil handed me some hemorrhoid cream, I'd be like, thanks, Dr. Phil.
He'd apply it for you.
No, I can apply it myself.
You won't even know where to put it.
I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out.
Pretty sure. Dr. Oz is 60. Dr. Phil is 70.
Oh, so yeah, he's cooking it. But he's so old. But yeah, when money gets involved, like he gets more money for pushing out like shocking or crazy content instead of actually putting out medical information.
You know, I just realized really hot fire's blue.
Oh, shoot. Like the hottest fire.
I'm doubling down. Nobody touches blue fire. The fire that we're on, Cool Ranch Doritos are blue. Okay. Back to what we're talking about.
Well, the packaging is blue.
Yeah.
The chips themselves are blue.
No chips should be blue.
No
No
foods,
savory thing should be blue.
No blue foods are hot.
Correct.
Yeah. Blue beverages, blue foods.
Yeah, should not be hot. I agree. Yeah. Dr. Oz, what do you think? Huh, Doc? What do you think? You think there should be some flaming blue Cheetos? I still think flaming hot Cheetos are pretty trash. But what's more trash is Cheeto Puffs.
No. I'd rather have Cheeto Puffs than hot Cheetos.
I would rather have neither.
Dude, no, I think is the best Cheeto is the jalapeno cheddar Cheetos.
Okay, those slap.
It's like spicy, but they're still cheesy. Because the thing with the hot Cheetos, it's just hot.
Yeah, I'm not a super fan of just hot.
Yeah, like give me some flavors, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like when people do like the blazing wing challenge, and I'm like, there's no flavor to those wings. It's just burning my mouth.
Yeah.
But can we find more Jeopardy hosts? Who else do you think who else should we have host Jeopardy? If you were to choose today, who would you have host Jeopardy?
That's a great question. Know who I would hire?
Who?
Post Malone. Wild card pick, but I think he'd kill it.
I'm choosing Cardi B as the sound effect board.
There you go. She does all the music.
When they get arrested, she goes, "Oh."
Well, they actually have like a buzzer sound, like the din-din-din-din.
Yeah.
That'd be every time.
And then as the actual host, it would be 50 Cent. I want the intimidation factor.
Yeah.
Because if he was smart enough to jump on vitamin water, he's got to be smart enough to at least do college edition.
I think it should
Jeopardy.
be. I think whoever does it should be the kind of people that are on and good at Jeopardy won't know, or like won't expect, and like it'll throw them off. You know?
Huh.
Maybe I'm wrong. I apologize to anyone who's offended, but like my guess is if you're doing well on Jeopardy, like you're probably not like super into popular music.
I agree. I remember there was one question on there. It was like something as simple as like, who sings Hotline Bling? And they're like,
Machiavelli. Just kidding. He's not a musician.
But then they'll say something. Yeah, he is Tupac. But then they'll say something like completely in depth, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, this is the answer." And I'm like, "How did you not know that Drake sang Hotline Bling?" How do you even study for a Jeopardy?
I don't know. It's got to be. Well, I
You
think
just
you
study
just.
life?
I think you're just really smart. You just know a lot of stuff.
Do you know a lot of stuff?
I would say that like I have a pretty like wide knowledge. Like I'm not super deep on everything, but like there's a most conversation. If someone's having a conversation about something, I can pull something that I know to engage that conversation.
All right, you ready to take a quiz?
Oh shoot. Yeah, let's do it.
It's called How Smart Are You?
Lit.
What is a 4-digit number where the first number is 1/2 the last number, the second number is double the first number, and the third number is 1/4 of the other 3 numbers combined?
Okay, hold on.
2474, 4858, 1212, or 3979. You have 10 seconds.
Okay, first
10,
half the last
9,
number. Okay, that
8,
works.
7,
Second number is double
6,
the first number. That's not
5,
true.
4, 3,
It's
2, 1.
4,858.
Correct.
Let's go.
My answer would have been 4,858 for the record. All right. Solve by figuring out which sequence belongs next in the following sequence. HTFHFFTF is to 62868828 as FTTHTHHT is to what? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Bro, I don't know.
1.
These are whack.
Just pick one.
This is like not common knowledge.
Pick one. Now.
The third one.
He's choosing 82262882.
Let's go.
It is correct.
Let's go.
Chandler is taller than Ross and Joey is shorter than Chandler. Which of the following statements is the most accurate? It is impossible to tell whether Ross or Joey is taller. Ross is taller than Joey. Ross and Joey are the same height, or Joey is taller than Ross. 5.
Like, give me read
4,
it again. You're talking. I can't think.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Choose. Choose.
It's confusing. I can't see the
Choose.
screen.
You don't see the screen on Jeopardy. Choose.
The first one.
Correct. I actually
Not
don't know if
enough
these are actually
information.
correct or if they're just telling me that you
like
clicked
what
it.
I meant? Can we do a quiz that's like general information, not like math riddles?
This one's not math. If a plane leaves Italy traveling northwest at 600 miles per hour and crashes into a city somewhere in the heart of France after 2 hours of flying, where do they bury the survivors?
There are no survivors.
Nowhere.
Yeah. Got him. Sheldon bought 4 apples and 3 bananas for $1.45 on Monday. The next day, he returned to the same market and bought 3 apples and 4 bananas for $1.35. What?
How much did the apples cost?
I don't want to do this.
Just pick one.
The third one.
14 cents each.
Dang
Incorrect.
it! I almost said 4.
You're
too.
stupid. That's it. That's the end of it.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
You got all of them wrong.
I'm not saying I'm smart.
I'm just kidding. I
have
think you're
general
actually pretty
knowledge.
smart.
I appreciate that.
I would choose you for a quiz bowl.
Quiz bowl?
Yeah, like if we were to have a quiz bowl right now and we could only choose out of the pool of the people in this room, I would choose you.
I appreciate that.
Who would you choose? I have an idea of who you choose.
Here's the thing. What's quiz bowl?
It's just anything.
Like
it could be
like
anything
just random
It could be
questions?
society and culture. It could be math. It could be science.
Well, I don't know Will, and he gets jumped, so can't trust him.
True.
I know Davey a little bit, mostly in the context of Waffle House.
Mm-hmm.
So it's down to you two.
Out of me
I feel
and
like you
Jonah.
have really specific knowledge, and you probably have wider knowledge. I'd probably pick Jonah.
Let's go, baby!
If they have like a
Quiz bowl
film and
champ.
movie night, I'd pick Jonah. No
I would
questions.
too, because Jonah knows an uncomfortable amount about Denzel Washington.
Facts, bro.
If you follow this man on social media,
Rename your account Denzel fan page.
yeah, Denzel Stan.
Yeah.
Stan Washington.
Stan.
All right. Most of the other stuff we have to talk about is sad. So let's talk about something that's not sad still. NBA YoungBoy got arrested. NBA YoungBoy was tracked down by a K-9 police unit and arrested this week following a drug bust last year where cops uncovered a stash of guns. As you know, NBA YoungBoy is not allowed to have guns, and he got caught with guns at a music video of all places, and he said that none of them were his. When he got pulled over, he decided to get out of the car and run.
Yeah.
As if he's not a worldwide known celebrity.
Yeah, it wasn't going to get far.
That they were going to find eventually. What do you do to stop having a career? They just show up to your next show.
Facts.
You might be able to hide during COVID, but after this, it's a wrap.
Well, yeah, he has to keep up the social engagement, right? So he's got to post sometime.
Yeah. And they'll track his IP address because I'm 99% sure NBA YoungBoy does not use a VPN. No offense. I like NBA YoungBoy. I just feel like that's not the first thing on his mind when he jumps on his phone.
That's probably fair.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing on his mind in his music video with guns wasn't, hey, I'm not supposed to have guns.
That's true.
So.
Even though I'm going to film myself.
With guns.
Surrounded by guns. Not the smartest idea.
Not the most thought out situation to be in.
Nah. But it's okay. He's going to prison, I think. Or he's going to get charged. And that's going to suck because I actually enjoy his music.
But maybe he'll come out and just like drop something hard.
That's true because T Grizzly's First Day Out was probably the hardest song of that year. Do you know who T Grizzly is?
I know the name.
Okay. Well, he had the hardest song ever.
What's the song called?
Came out. First Day Out.
Oh, nice. I'll check it out.
Obviously. I mean.
That's fair.
Why be creative?
Well, when you're in that kind of situation, you might as well milk it, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If I go to prison, the first thing I'm dropping is a song called First Day Out. I'm dropping an album called First Day Out. First week out. Drop a 16-track album.
Nice.
In fact,
it's all soundscapes.
All of it.
No lyrics.
And it's all sampled from inside the prison.
There you go.
It's like, that's some sick bass. Oh, that's the soap hitting the floor. Airlines are testing digital health passes in a bid to revive travel. The European Union faces a tough task in seeking to introduce so-called COVID-19 passports by June to get people traveling again, according to the owner of France's busiest airport. The EU's executive arm this week cleared the way for the introduction of a digital green certificate providing proof that holders have either been vaccinated, recovered from the coronavirus, or recently tested negative. Is this the beginning of vaccination being required to travel?
It seems like getting vaccinated would be the simplest way to travel.
Do you think that they won't let you on if you've never been vaccinated, but you've also never had the vid?
If you're symptom-free, never had the vid, and haven't been vaccinated, then maybe.
Because I haven't been vaccinated.
I mean, like, if you go to Hawaii right now, like, you just have to show, I think it's like you have to have a COVID test like from within the last 3 days or something like that to go there. And if you don't, or if you mess up or anything like that, you have to go in quarantine in Hawaii for 2 weeks.
Yeah, because that's the worst thing.
Well, I mean, like, you have to go in a hotel room and you're stuck there for 2 weeks.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the view from the hotel room still looks better than the view from my room.
That's facts. But then, like, you're like families out there, like at the beach and snorkeling and.
Oh no! No,
and you're in the.
They live with me. They got it too.
Okay.
If I'm going down, everybody's going down. Yeah, but this whole vacation's ruined.
If I'm going to Hawaii and I don't have the test, I'm canceling my trip until I get one.
That, or if I get there and they tell me I have to quarantine, I say put me back on the plane and send me home.
What I don't get is why they. Yeah, I don't know.
I shouldn't be able to get on the plane if they're gonna kick me off the plane.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or if they're gonna quarantine me when I get there, and that's my biggest thing about traveling right now, is that I don't want to travel. Because if I get stuck somewhere, I'm gonna turn into Karen.
I can see that.
Could you hand me the Mac charger because my computer's about to die and I need my notes. Otherwise, my decent takes are gonna be very inaccurate. Which even with notes, still pretty inaccurate. Yeah. And it is what it is, man. This is decent takes, not perfect takes. So get over it. But I don't want to get to a point where I have to. If the vaccine becomes available and I have the option to take it, I'll probably just take it.
It became available today.
To just randoms?
16 and up in Arizona.
So, raise the hands in this room. If they call you tomorrow and they're like, hey, yo, bruh, come get this shot. You going to take it? Jonah says no. Davey says no. Davey says, Sorry. Jonah says no. Will says no. Davey says yes. Caleb's already taken it because he's a sheep. And I'm undecided.
Not a sheep. I did a lot of research.
You're actually the most sheep of sheeps. You are what sheeps aspire to be.
I'm not going to bite on this gaslight.
You could own Sheep University.
Okay. That's what I'm going to start doing. Every time you gaslight me, I'm just going to stop talking.
I don't even know what that means.
You say stuff because you know that you're going to get a rise out of me.
I will rise up.
You say stuff that you know is going to make me annoyed.
I'll rise up. What? I'm not trying to get a rise out of you.
Yes, you are.
I'm just curiosity.
What part of curiosity is you're a sheep? You're such a sheep that you could run Sheep University. It's not curiosity. It's gaslighting.
I said own.
Okay.
You're the head sheep. That's awesome.
Get out of here.
Bye.
This guy likes to gaslight.
Do it.
No.
Just once.
No, because then it's going to get clipped and I'm going to have to look at my Twitter feed all day. Nah.
Speaking of which, follow us on Twitter at Decent Taste Show. But just say it.
No. I'm not going to do that for you. You already got me a couple times on this podcast.
You called Christian a little dog on Twitter.
I did call Christian a little dog on Twitter.
So why can't you be the head sheep? We'll all be animals. What animal would I be?
A snake.
Oh! I'm a slithery snake. You ever seen that video?
Yeah.
Any other animals?
What kind of animal has the most gaslighty behavior, do you guys think?
Mockingbird? I could be a parrot, I think.
I think you'd be a good parrot. You'd say funny stuff.
Yeah.
In opportune times.
Thank you.
I think that's gotta be the best part about being a parrot.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
you ever seen a parrot at a funeral?
I see crows.
Oh yeah, crows too.
Like ravens. You know why they go to funerals? Why they like crows and stuff like that?
No.
Suppose it's because they're really smart and they like empathize. They like see humans mourning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm 100%
That creeps
serious.
me out. I don't like that.
And they recognize faces. They know you. So it's like if you have a crow in your neighborhood, they know who you are. Nope. They recognize you.
It's probably because of cameras.
That's true. Birds aren't real. So
birds are definitely real.
Birds are not real.
You know how I know? Because I've seen a bird run straight into a grill of a truck.
Yeah, that's called the
defective one.
Yeah.
The one that caught a virus.
Yeah, it caught a virus or didn't get the update.
It's the Android bird.
Yeah. Them Apple ones are still out there.
The
government gathered up all the birds. Merciless genocide against the birds.
Oh my gosh.
And then replaced them all with drones, cameras.
I'm cool with that.
Reagan killed the birds.
They were the eyes of Odin, says Jonah. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
What's an Odin?
They're the eyes of the government.
Oh, for some reason when you said Odin, I read Oedipus in my brain, and I was like, excuse me? Did you ever read Oedipus Rex?
No.
Oh, you're lucky.
Read Odyssey.
He was the first. There's a joke there that I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know who Oedipus is.
You do?
Yeah.
You went to public school, didn't you?
For part of my schooling.
You were homeschooled?
No, I went to private school.
Private school. I forgot rich people. Okay. So there could be a point in time where we are stuck places because we don't have the vaccine. So if it comes down to I can't go anywhere if I don't have the vaccine, I'll probably just get it. Or if I just come across a scheduled appointment and it's not like if I get there and they're like, oh, you're going to get the Johnson & Johnson today. I'm going to go, nope. Good thing that it has a shelf life of forever because it can go to somebody else. And that's it.
I'm a supporter of the vaccine. I think it's a smart move.
I know you are.
I think it's a smart move. I'm
You're
tired
a supporter
of this.
Of socialism.
Didn't say that.
Communism.
I jokingly said we should become radical socialists, but I'm not saying I'm a socialist.
He's pretty left.
I'm left of like the people I grew up with.
Deep left. I mean,
he's trying to trigger Jonah right now.
Deep left. No, Jonah would get triggered if I said Trump wasn't a good president. He salivates at Donald Trump's voice.
I'll say it. Trump wasn't a good president. I said it.
You better stop. Jonah's turning red already.
Let's fight, Jonah.
He's like, don't you talk about my daddy like that. I was gonna name my first daughter Ivanka. Okay.
Dottie.
Dottie. Oh gosh.
Oh, that's so funny.
I love that Jonah doesn't even. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When I first came to do the podcast, and I didn't know you were gonna be here, and then we were talking, and then politics stuff came up, and I was like, is Jonah gonna be mad about this?
He got mad on some episodes. I remember.
When I was here?
No. Without you here, he'd get a little frustrated.
I got frustrated after January 6th.
He got frustrated after January 6th, he said. But I got my boy.
I was mad after that too.
I'm just saying, Biden can defeat anything. Maybe not those stairs.
I was about to say.
But anything other than them stairs,
Oh my God.
he got it. Somebody said he's going to be bruised for 6 years. Yikes.
Yeah, those stairs are rough. I'll say too, I don't think Biden's great either.
I don't think anybody's great.
No, I think if you're at that level of government, you're shady.
Let me guess. We should have Andrew Yang.
No, I think Andrew Yang is interesting.
I'll take $1,000 a month.
I think he's talking about problems that we're gonna have to deal with before too long, and no one's talking about them. So
I'm cool with money.
Yeah, to a degree.
If we're gonna get free money, I'll deal with the repercussions.
Well, the repercussions right now is if we don't get his whole thing is if we don't get that money, eventually no one will have money.
Well, that's fine because they're trying to make
because
Bitcoin
industries
like
are going to fall.
Currency.
Well, we'll see what happens.
That's what they want.
It's still really volatile.
Is it though?
I mean, it's not as bad as it used to be, but like, there's no guarantee right now. From my understanding, I'm not an expert by any means.
I know.
Were you on the Doge train to the moon?
Okay, we gotta talk about this,
bro. I bought Doge like 3 years ago as like a bit.
Did you cash out?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't make a ton of money, but I made like insane returns.
What'd you make?
I spent like 7 cents because I just had like what was left in my Robinhood account, and I pulled out like $12 or something like that.
Hey, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Okay, so my friend was on the Doge train when I was on Ethereum train, and he was showing me his Robinhood, and he had like all this money in Doge. I'm like, what the heck is Doge? Like, Doge is the future, bro. And this is like 8 months ago.
Okay.
He texted me when it was going crazy up, and he's like, dog, I just made like $4,000 on Doge. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to hear the end of this crap.
Here's the thing. Your friend's wrong, even though he made money.
How's he wrong?
Because it's not the future. It's a meme, and it was like...
Right. No, he doesn't think it's actually the future.
Yeah, because it was just a joke, and it happened to pop off because of Wall Street bets.
But he still made more money than I did.
Totally.
No,
but like, it's not
a
a stable coin.
No, but I did buy some.
Yeah.
Just because I want to be.
I bought some GameStop,
I like the
too.
movement. That's what I like. I don't care about the coin. I like their movement of the Doge people. It started to get annoying, so I had to unfollow all the Doge people. But I still have my coin just in case it ever pops off again.
Did you follow all the Wall Street bets stuff?
No.
I mean, wild.
Yes and no.
It was wild.
It was a crazy time.
And then Robinhood went like full on like market manipulation.
Yeah, that was kind of that was very messed up.
It was the first time like in the last 4 years that I've seen politicians from both sides be like, "Yup, we hate that.
That's wrong." Yeah, and they don't never do that.
Yeah, if AOC and Ted
Cruz can be on the same page,
you're wrong.
Then hell's gonna freeze over, for sure. You can get those two on the same page on anything. That's a bad day. That's a bad day.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad days, should we get into the sad stuff?
I don't know which sad stuff, like, because there's some stuff that's like real sad. I mean, there is some stuff that you talked about that I have strong opinions on.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's start with the least sad thing that we have, and then we'll get into the sad stuff because we got to talk about it. There's not a choice.
Yeah.
And I think Davey's going to expand on it in a monologue this week as well. But let's start off with something less sad, and then we'll work our way into it. Sound good?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
If you are at the point in this episode that you are like, oh, I'm about done. I think I'm gonna turn this off. You just hold your horses because we're gonna ruin your mood.
Or if you're fragile right now, and you need to not have your mood ruined,
you should pause.
Now's a good time
here
to stop and come back when you're in a better place.
Yeah, and then or skip forward about 40 minutes ish. 30 minutes ish, and then we'll go into the 60-second take segment. That's always fun. So
yeah.
Okay. NHL referee Tim Peel gets fired during Tuesday night's game between the Red Wings, Detroit, and the Predators.
Yeah.
Peel, you're rooting for the Predators?
No, you pointed at me like
Chris
I'm
Hansen.
Oh my gosh.
I was just watching some clips of How to Catch a Predator today. And I was watching the one with the guy with the pizza. Did you ever see that one?
I've seen that one. It's wild.
You want a slice? Okay.
Oof.
Between the Red Wings and the Predators, Peel could be heard saying that he wanted to get a penalty against Nashville, suggesting that he was advocating for a made-up call. This is sparking a debate about officiating and the use of microphones in the NHL. We've all blamed a game on a bad call.
Yeah.
We do it all the time.
I'm also a believer that professional sports has sketchy calls intentionally.
I think so, too, in order to drive ratings. Do you remember the game... Which one? It was the Panthers.
I remember
who they go against in the Super Bowl. It was the Panthers and somebody else. And the other team was just destroying the Panthers. It was like the worst Super Bowl ever. You guys remember that one?
I'm trying to remember.
I gotta figure out.
There's been some rough Super Bowls in them.
Super Bowl 50. They were playing the Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
Just getting destroyed. And I had money on Newton that year because he looked so good throughout the freaking season. And he was the black quarterback, so obviously I chose him. And I also just didn't care for the Broncos.
That's fair.
And he looked so bad. That game was just so terrible. Or like that 2 years ago where it was like 3-10 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm bad with remember
game.
which. Yeah,
I can't remember
There's
who
been
it was.
a few rough Super Bowls.
Just bad games
in recent years.
And I think that sometimes when both teams are playing pretty well, they're gonna make those bad calls just to keep it interesting.
That's fair. There's too much money involved in the NFL for stuff like that not to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people putting millions of dollars on these teams. If you don't think that they can pay a little something, they could pay enough money to change a ref's life. There's no way that referees get paid enough.
And there's no way. I mean, they make good money, but for what they do.
If Mark Cuban comes up to him and they're like, "Hey, I'll give you $20,000 to make sure that this team wins." I mean, $20 million to make sure this team wins.
Yeah, honestly, I challenge any of you to be a ref in that position and be like, nah.
That's hard.
That's hard.
I
mean, I want to say I don't from like a moral stance, no, but like $20 million's life changing.
Yeah,
like hardcore. Like,
I'll
who cares
never have
if I
to
lose?
watch football again.
Yeah, but the thing that here's the thing, because if you get caught, it's not like, oh bummer, you lose your job. Like you'll go to jail.
Really?
I think it's illegal.
That actually makes sense. No, that actually makes sense.
Bribes, rigging games, because there's a whole betting market on that.
Holy crap!
Yeah, they make good money.
$360,000 a year.
165 to 360.
I'm going on the high end. $360,000 a year. I'm not throwing no game.
Dude, I worked Super Bowl 49.
You worked it?
I worked security.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I did like entry the first half. Second half, I did guarded the Seahawks bench.
Where was it?
In Arizona.
There was what year was this?
Super Bowl 49.
How many years ago was this?
2014, 2015.
Oh, it was the year before
2015.
Oh, that's the year I was here. Oh, I wasn't here yet though. I moved here in August.
Yeah, it was in 2015.
What the heck?
They set up at GCU and like a bunch of college students signed up.
Nice.
But like we had to like do a bunch of training and stuff like that. It was actually kind of a lot. But we were getting paid like $15 an hour for like, I mean, I had friends who worked like 12 hours a day for 2 weeks doing stuff and made like so much. So they're paying a bunch of idiot college kids that much money to like stare at fans.
Yeah.
I watched a grown man cry. Watched several grown men cry about a football game. I'm not saying that I've never cried about a football game, but like,
what, you haven't or you have?
I had. When the Colts lost the Super Bowl to the Saints, I cried.
Why?
Because I was a big Colts fan and I had talked way too much crap at school. And I realized like I'm gonna have to go to school tomorrow. And I was like I was at a big Super Bowl party too with like a bunch of friends and stuff. So like I had to like, I was really embarrassed because like the Colts should have won that Super Bowl.
I do believe that if Matt Stafford wins a Super Bowl, I will cry.
I might cry.
I've been watching that dude since Georgia Bulldog days. I don't think I can handle it.
He deserves a ring super bad.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's
primed for one right now.
Oh yeah, he's set up.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm a LA baby. Rams fans.
Sure.
Sorry. Okay. Let's get into this crappy world that we live in. About a week ago. I was about to do that.
It's not funny.
There was a hashtag Stop Asian Hate. And in my mind, the first thing I thought is, oh my gosh, people are being rude to Asian people because the coronavirus, and people are saying they made it in a lab in China, which they have been doing. And I thought it was just highlighting that. And I was like, that's a good thing. We should probably highlight that at some point because it's been a year that this stuff has been going on, and
they've been getting harassed like
crazy. Just to find out that it was because there were 3 deadly shootings in Atlanta. 3 places were hit. One was Young's Asian Massage, 5 shot, 2 dead. Second one was Gold Massage Spa, 3 dead. And then Aromatherapy Spa, 1 dead. And I remember watching a video where I think it was a sheriff or somebody.
Yeah, something like that.
What'd he say? Sometimes you have a bad day.
He's like, yeah, this guy just had a bad day.
And I'm like, when I have a bad day, I sulk and I don't want to talk to people, and I am mean and irritable, but I don't go shoot up spas.
I've probably been pretty short with my wife when I'm upset, when I'm having a bad day.
Yeah.
But no violence.
Never thought of shooting up a spa, right?
No, especially a racially motivated shooting.
And what's even more annoying to me, more bothersome, is that they're like, well, we don't know what the motive was. And it's like, you killed specifically Asian people.
Yeah. It feels pretty obvious.
It is obvious. But
I'll say what people aren't like. And I'm not the most well read on this. I had a period of exhaustion this week of just like bummer news.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm everything with a grain of salt. I don't know everything I'm talking about, but based on what I've read, like, and it's been a problem with shooters in the past who like aren't appropriately named, like aren't appropriately like, what's the word? Not named, but like
labeled.
Sure. Yeah. Like this guy, I think it's fair. Like this was like based on the information I have was like Christian terrorism.
It's terrorism.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it was, I based on what I've read, racially and possibly religious. That's the word. I kept having faith in my head, but religiously motivated.
Now, I don't know about the religiously part, and if it's right, I will gladly call him a Christian terrorist.
Yeah, and if that's not right, then I won't call him that. But
then he's just a terrorist. Either way,
terrorist.
The person is a terrorist, and we need to call a spade, call a pig, a lamb, a sheep.
Get out of here.
The guy's a terrorist.
Yeah.
If that guy was brown, and I'm not even pulling the black card here, if that guy was from the Middle East, they'd be calling him a terrorist.
Yeah.
If those 8 people were all white women or white men, they'd be calling him a terrorist.
Yeah.
If it was a Mexican guy that came over and killed 8 people, they'd be calling him a terrorist.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Maybe if he was black, they'd call him a thug or a gangster.
But they definitely wouldn't be saying, he had a bad day.
And they wouldn't be calling him just a suspect or a guy who had a bad day. That's not a bad day. It's a bad day for the families. It's a terrible day for them. You're just a psychopath.
Yeah.
Because you went to 3 different places.
All those people made it through this like horrid year just to have it ended by some terrorist.
A domestic terrorist.
Yep.
And we need to call it what it is. I'm about sick of these people, homegrown American people who are murdering other still American, regardless of where they came from. They live here. They're in America. And if they identify as American, then they're American. No matter if they're from Asia or they're from Africa or they're from Mexico. If they moved here to live their life, they are now Asian Americans, African Americans, Mexican Americans. Unless they don't want to be American. I don't care. Either way, they're killing our people in America, which makes them a terrorist to America. Point blank. Period.
Yeah.
And I don't like the people who are just like, oh, you had a bad day. Always. he's going through this, he's going through that.
When here's the part of why this sucks, like we started talking about. I mean, it sucks in every way. But Asians in America have been getting harassed for the better part of a year.
Yeah.
And again, we don't know all the motives. We don't know everything that was like said and done and thought. But I have to believe that like all that hate and harassment and even just like jokes about it or whatever you want to say, like that's all it all got to this point. And I think that played a role in the deaths of these people.
People calling it the China flu, all that stuff.
Well, and just like literally like literally blaming Asian Americans for this virus.
Yeah. There's been a narrative that was created and bubbled up more and more and more and more over the last year to the point where things like this harassment had already started, and now it's getting to, then it went to violence, Asians getting beat up and harassed into now murder.
Yeah, like a mass killing.
A mass murder by a terrorist.
Yeah.
And what's unfortunate is that I'm not convinced that this will be the only one. Even though I don't want it to happen again.
Well, we live in the US. There's gonna for sure shootings.
Well, there've been
gonna keep happening.
There've been 103 mass murders in 2021.
Nearly 40,000 people died of gun violence in the US last year.
But it's not as simple as people are going to try to spin this to be.
It is an incredibly difficult.
Because there are going to be people that are going to go, oh, this is why we need to have more gun control.
Right.
That's not that simple. And then there's going to be another side going to be like, oh, this is why people just need counseling. It's like, that's part of it, but not all of it.
Yeah.
And there's really no middle ground with this stuff.
Right.
Because the only thing that I can think of that's more polarizing than religion is gun rights.
That actually, yeah.
In fact, they might be on equal ground when it comes to polarization.
Yeah, I mean, I want to choose my words carefully, but coming from a position of faith, like one of the most disheartening things to watch and see for me is how polarizing the gun issue is, especially to Christians. When I think, and I'm not saying like, I'm not here saying we should ban all guns, or I think there needs to be better regulation.
I think everybody should have a gun.
Have a gun, but like the arguments that I've seen on Twitter the last few days have been like, well, should we just ban cars now? Well, no, but you have to have a license, and you have to take a government course, and you have to register that vehicle, and you have to do that regularly, and you have to pay for insurance, and like all these, there's steps to be able to drive a vehicle that can be dangerous. But anyway, I'm not trying to talk about gun. I'm not trying to talk about like the nitty gritty of gun reform. But from like a Christian perspective, the frustrating part for me has been that, from my perspective personally, I see a lot of people who claim faith who seem to care more about the fact that someone might try to regulate their weapons than they care about the fact that human beings, image bearers, as they would say, have lost their lives to those things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pro-gun all day long. I have a gun myself, and I have a gun specifically for this reason, is that there are psychopaths out there with guns. Yeah. And as a sane person, I want to be able to make sure that me, my family, my people, if somebody were to run into my house and want to kill me, that they're going to not.
Yeah.
That I will shoot first. And that's just me personally because of the way that I grew up. I grew up around people who had guns, and
Same.
I know realistically that there's no type of regulation that's going to get the amount of guns that are out there off of the streets. I mean, I know of plenty of places that you can buy a gun that's not a store. I know plenty of people who have lots of guns that aren't registered and all this stuff. It's just not as simple of an issue. I think what we need to focus on, mainly in life is how do we prevent things like this from happening? Is that gun control? I don't know. Is that regulation? I don't know. Is that mental health services? I don't know, because people are saying it's not a gun problem, it's a mental problem, because if you put a gun on a table, it won't kill anybody. That makes sense, but there's also the fact that maybe I don't know, maybe not everybody should be able to have a gun, but I don't know how you differentiate who can have one and who doesn't. That's why I'm not in politics. It's just too much.
And I'm not pretending like it's a simple issue, and like I think the way I think about a lot of things, like there has to be a middle ground that we can figure out, because like I'm not suggesting a ban on all weapons or anything like that. That would never work.
Right. Yeah.
And people freaking rioted the Capitol because of literal conspiracies.
Yeah.
If they try to take their guns away, I don't want to be around.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. There's a lot of the arguments, I think, on both sides, like, I don't know.
It's just a lot.
We have to decide what's more important. And that's where I'm at. What's more important, human life or completely open gun rights?
Or is it even more gray than that?
It could be. But here's the thing. And it's true. I believe this, and I know this. It's a heart issue. That's like the terminology I hear all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a heart issue. We have to figure out like how to change people's hearts. And like, it's true. But like, we can't. Like, what's the government supposed to do? The government can't legislate good hearts. The government can legislate gun control. And when I say gun control, that's a huge spectrum of stuff.
Well, the thing is, the term gun control is already dead. You can't use that anymore.
Gun reform.
No, that doesn't work either. Both of those things have been completely, I don't know the word for it, but you can't use those words anymore. They don't work anymore because there's already a connotation on those words that have destroyed what it could be. It could possibly be a good thing, but now the words gun control, gun reform don't work anymore. The same thing happened to defund the police. Wow, defund the police was not, in its literal sense, defund the police means take funding away from the police. What they were trying to say is reallocate some of the police's budget into the community, but reallocate that doesn't sound good, so they use defund the police, so it had bad connotation. So now gun control and gun reform also have extremely bad connotations, and it has to be rebranded.
So here's my question then. So because a large portion of a community doesn't take the time to understand something and gain knowledge to understand what something means, we have to pander to that.
Yes, if you want their vote.
Well,
absolutely.
I'm not worried about gun control. You don't need citizens to vote for that.
But you need citizens to vote somebody in who believes in that.
Yeah. If Congress wanted to pass gun reform, they could do it today.
And half the nation would turn on the nation and we'd go into civil war.
But what I'm saying, gun reform is not take away guns.
Right. But if they perceive it as that, you get things like the Capitol riots. Then
they can figure out how to phrase it better. For this conversation,
so they have to rebrand it.
That's fine. But for our conversation, I'm saying gun reform because I'm not going to go into all the...
Right. But what I'm trying to do is protect you from somebody out there who's hearing it and going...
I've had that. Yeah, I understand. I'm not saying take away guns.
And I can beat you up.
You can't. I'm not saying take away guns, but I'm saying that there has to be a change. And Christians can no longer call themselves pro-life if they're not doing something to change the fact that 40,000 Americans die of gun violence every year.
I am not co-signing that statement.
I'll say it all day.
But
what is pro-life about death?
Take. Holy. It's getting hot in here. Please keep on all your clothes.
That's what part of why I don't think it's that hot. What is pro-life about death?
Well, I think most people that listen to our podcast aren't even Christians, so I don't even think it matters
That's
whether
fair.
They care about pro-life Christianity or anything like that.
But pro-life Christians make up maybe a majority of our country.
Declared pro-life Christians.
Correct.
Do.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, if the amount of people who label themselves as Christians were actually Christian, then our nation would not run the way that it does if they were following things strictly based on the Bible. So I would not use that stat personally because I don't think even 50% of our nation's Christian.
I think you're right.
Maybe by faith, but definitely not by practice.
Also, just a nice word. You can disagree with anything I say. I'm not.
Oh, I disagree with you all the time.
Let's talk. I'm good with
that.
that. I have hot takes. I know it.
I know. Yeah, you do. That's why I like you.
You can cut that if you want.
We're not cutting anything. What the heck? What do you think this is? We don't. I don't know. Crap here.
Everyone freaked out when I said that.
This is the thing. I only bring people on the show that I know we can have a conversation and disagree and then still walk away and hate each other. I mean, friends. The thing is, I know that from this day on, I'll never look at you the same.
You're doing it again.
Just kidding. This is my friend. What? No, I got to give you crap. No, but
of course.
The thing is that if people can't listen to a different side than they're on, then they're just further proving why we can't get to the middle ground.
Yeah,
it's because you have one side saying this is the way that it has to be, and if you don't believe it, you're wrong. And then the other side says, well, this is the way that it has to be, and if you don't believe you're wrong, which means that if either one wants to stay true to themselves, they can't meet in the middle because both people lose. They say a truly good compromise is where nobody walks away thinking that they won. But I don't think that we, as Americans, can get over our entitlement and ego enough to actually get to middle ground on something as big as gun reform.
Or anything.
Exactly. So America sucks. Maybe we could create a type of government where there's one person who makes a decision for the rest of the nation and we all just agree.
We all just deal with it.
Yeah.
So you want to go back to the monarchy?
No, not a monarchy.
It's not going super great over
Let's rebrand it.
Rebrand it as
like a monarchy.
I like that. We could just call it, let's make it more like make it popular with the young folk. Something to do with like poggers.
The lit crew. And they're the ones who choose everything.
We'll just call them Pog.
Pog. That's the new government.
Who's the new Pog?
Who's the new Pog?
We're electing a Pog today.
Yeah.
That'll go well.
That would.
And the part of the being of the Pog is you are on Twitch 24/7.
25/8.
You're always on.
Yep. And you have the ban hammer to ban.
And
people.
if you don't get enough donos in enough time in a certain time period, you get removed from office.
Get exiled.
Yeah.
You have to move to another country.
Yeah. But one that doesn't border us. You're not even close.
Yeah, because we can't have anybody that opposes our views near us.
No.
That's why you have Canada next to us. Because they're just like, hey.
Yeah, because Canada's on the same page.
I mean, kind of. They're the LaCroix of North America. We're like real soda, and then they're like the watered down LaCroix.
Yeah, we're like extra sugar, like 7-Eleven 64-ounce big gulp.
We're sweet tea, they're iced tea.
I'll take that.
Yeah. They're like us, just less sweet. Less sweet.
Yeah.
Actually,
Canadians, you're great.
It's the opposite. They're way more sweet because Canadians are way nicer than Americans.
Typically.
Yeah. I mean, Alex Trebek was Canadian. That's proof in the pudding right there. Honestly, all the greats come from Canada.
There's been some great ones, that's
Drake,
for sure.
Alex Trebek, Bieber.
Have you listened to his new album?
Whose? Bieber's?
Yeah.
Part of it.
I have not yet, but
it's called Justice.
I think so.
Yeah, I listened to part of it. I didn't get through all of it yet. I didn't have time.
That's fair.
I'd be listening to podcasts, and I have so many freaking podcasts to listen to now because we've just been networking with a ton of different people, and it's just been crazy, which we'll get into. But we got to talk about one more. It sucks that what I hate about America is the fact that we can sit down for a podcast episode and have to talk about 2 separate mass shootings.
Yeah.
Boulder, Colorado, and a King Soopers, which is essentially like Kroger. Jonah signaling to me again. I already read what you said before. I'll get to it once we're in this. And a King Soopers Police identified 10 people who were murdered, including a police officer, Eric Talley, who's 51, who were killed Monday when a gunman opened fire in the grocery store King Soopers in Boulder, Colorado. A suspect is in custody and charged with 10 counts of murder in the first degree. Authorities have not yet shared information on the possible motive. Jonah says that the frustrating thing is that the FBI knew about the guy in Boulder. So the question is, what happens when the government chooses not to intervene? Can you jump on mic real quick, Jonah, and tell me what you mean by they knew about the guy in Boulder?
Yeah. So the FBI apparently, according to news reports, had flagged this guy for hateful comments / hateful posts on social media. They had put kind of a watch on this guy, as well as there were mental health issues involved. I'm not entirely sure the specifics of it, but there were issues in regards to the fact that he owned a gun.
Now,
Clearly, that is now clear, that he owned a firearm, and to the point where 2 days before the shooting, his own sister actually, I think she called the police and told them to take away her brother's guns.
Now, here's the thing. When it comes to things like that, there's one big issue that comes to mind. Trolling. Now, if the government were to chase down every lead that got flagged on the internet, they would just constantly be chasing their tails. I mean, probably 1 in 100,000 of people that they flagged before are actually going to pan out to be murderers. For example, Christian tweeted that he would drop kick Dave Ramsey into a volcano
on live television.
And
gone.
He's gone from Twitter. But do you think that they should have gone to his house and arrested him? Christian's not going to do a mass shooting.
No, but
if Christian was in front of Dave Ramsey, he would not even have near the guts.
And
to
Christian's
tell him
also not going to get anywhere near Dave Ramsey.
Exactly.
He doesn't want to.
So
no, but that guy has more. They had more information than a joke tweet.
Sure, but
had Christian said, "I'm gonna if I see Dave Ramsey, I'll shoot him in the head." Let's look into that a little more.
Okay, but what do you do after you look into it?
I don't know.
What can you do?
It depends.
Nothing.
The Patriot Act got passed. You can do whatever you want, dog.
That's dangerous line.
It is.
And if that's what you guys want,
it's super. No, I don't want that. It's super dangerous.
Okay, then what are they supposed to do then?
I don't know.
Nothing. You can't do anything.
So we're just gonna we're just gonna become a wild.
That's what we already are.
So we're just, but that's what do we do then?
Exactly.
There has to be. So
we can't predict the future. You don't know if somebody's going to go shoot up something.
Yeah, but
unless they explicitly say, hey, guys, I'm about to head to King Soopers and kill at least 10 people.
Happened at Borderland.
What was that?
The shooting near my hometown. The guy posted on Facebook, hey, I'm about to go shoot up.
I'm pretty sure one of the shooters in Tucson posted on Facebook.
Okay, but if they do that, then go arrest them. Stop them.
Okay.
But I don't know.
They didn't.
They didn't, yeah.
I'm just confused what your standpoint. Cause
my standpoint is that what amount of information, like if it's blatant and obvious, then yes, you can go there and do whatever you need to do. But I don't know if when we start using social media to be our indicator that people are off their rocker, you're going to get a lot more people that aren't than you are that are. And what happens when you run into another situation where somebody is either falsely accused of being somebody who would do something like that?
Well, there's a middle ground that we're not talking about,
and
which is if you're flagged, then you're contacted and says, hey, you've been flagged, or whatever the lingo you want to use is. Have a conversation, have some sort of screening, and that would get us farther than literally nothing.
I guess
that's happened. There's been people that post. There's stories all the time of people who post something about the president or something like that online, and the FBI, Secret Service, whoever it is, shows up at their door and was like, "Hey, you've made a threat. What's up with that?" And they search their house for weapons and stuff like that.
Okay, so if somebody
there's not necessarily. I'm not saying hey, if someone's being sketchy, arrest them.
But let me ask you this: if somebody makes a threat like that, but they don't actually mean it, they just say it in some fiery rage, and they have guns, what do you do? Take their guns?
I don't know.
That's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope, but I'm also not paid to figure that one out.
Right, but I'm saying that it's not as simple as, okay, we flagged you, now we can take your guns, because then.
But I'm not saying it's that simple either. But it is. But the unfortunate fact is that it sounds like at least 2 people have said like, "Hey, this guy's sketchy. He's gonna do something," and nothing happened, and then he shot up a grocery store.
I think that there are a lot of people that people are gonna say are sketchy, that aren't gonna pan out. But we take the 2 most extreme cases and then try to make a rule on it is wrong.
I'm not saying that we make a rule off these situations, but.
Like we're taking 2 in a very vast.
But here's back to the more broad thing. What I'm saying is everything so we can't do gun control. We do hard issue stuff.
I'm not saying we can't do gun control.
Do vetting. What do we do?
We can technically do all of those things.
Because right now we're doing nothing.
I disagree.
What are we doing then?
They're doing stuff.
What?
They got to be doing stuff.
Like what?
There's no way they're not doing anything.
Who's they in this situation?
I'm pretty sure that there are thousands of criminal acts that are stopped that we don't hear about.
Oh, for sure.
And then we only hear about the ones that slip through the cracks. And then we're like, oh, the system's completely flawed. When in reality, they could be stopping way more things than things that are actually happening.
But
nobody has a 100% success rate.
100%. But when it comes to violent gun crime, specifically mass shootings, America is so disproportionately higher in that.
Oh, for sure.
100% of those crimes that are stopped all the time that we'll never hear about. There's crimes that happen all the time that we'll never hear about.
And I'm sure that there are a ton more crimes that are stopped than there are that actually happen.
Yeah, I believe you. I would agree.
And I think that.
But when it comes to mass shootings, which is a little bit of a different situation.
Yes.
The fact that we have as many as we had, was it 107 this year?
103.
103.
Probably be 107 by the end of this episode.
Probably, given the current rates.
Yeah, seriously.
That there is like so clearly a massive problem.
Yes, but I don't think that 103 of those people were exhibiting red flags that were.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's the solution.
And even if one of them out of 103 gave extreme red flags that we could have stopped, that's still a 99% success rate of stopping. No, that's still 99% of them that we didn't have flags for.
Right. No, I agree. I'm not saying that's the solution, but I'm saying there has to be a solution.
Then what is it?
I don't
know. You have
know.
to give it. It's your job.
Okay, if
these listeners are an hour and a half into the show,
I'm a dummy,
and you're giving them no,
I'm a dummy.
it's
I don't
too
know
late
anything.
for that.
We are an
hour and a half.
I'm gonna give my take.
No. Oh, you are.
But I'm prefacing with I'm not qualified to run a country.
But if I did,
but if I was in charge, I would
tell them what you do.
Require gun registration, universal background checks.
Oh Lord.
There should be some sort of
subscriber count drop.
That's fine
as we speak.
But that's
this is what Caleb, who was just a guest, would do.
Yeah,
Caleb, who's not a.
And here's the thing, I'm not saying, but here's what I'm saying.
This is Caleb, who's not a full-time host on this show.
But here's what I'm saying. If I had, you're asking me to make a decision right now.
At this very moment,
I don't know very much.
But I want people to know that this is not represent.
They're aware. I'm Davey. This is Davey.
Davey, tell me how you would run this country.
Hi, my name's Davey.
Singer,
I think that all weapons should be banned immediately.
Oh my gosh, no.
We have the National Guard in homes.
Stop it.
My name's Davey.
Stop this nonsense. Stop this nonsense.
That's Davey's take.
It is Davey's take. Listen, guys.
Yeah.
We're in a wormhole of gun control and gun reform and how do we stop mass shootings. And honestly, we don't know.
We're not qualified.
We just want to throw crap at the wall and see if it sticks. If you guys have any ideas on how to fix it, call your local reps and try to get something passed into law, because obviously what we're doing right now is not working to the best ability. We know that even if we stop thousands upon thousands of crimes, still 103 mass shootings in 4 months is still a disgusting amount, even if you stop 10,000 of them. That's still thousands of people that died for no reason. So we'll just keep trying to figure it out.
That's what we do.
Meanwhile, let us go into something a little bit more happier. But before, let's do some quick announcements. Shady Rays responded to us on Twitter when I said, will you guys sponsor us? So they are currently sending I don't know what they're sending to the sponsorship part people, but either way, send us some good vibes, vouch for us if we get that. If we get into talks with them, that'd be super dope. If we don't, I'm ripping this sticker off my computer. No more free promo, my dudes. Another thing is we started a Buy Me a Coffee, which means that you can buy us a coffee or subscribe for $5 a month on the practical tier, where you'll get bonus content, access to episodes 24 hours early. And we're going to be figuring out how to get you guys some free stickers and 10 to 20% off of any future merchandise that comes out. So definitely check that out. And without further ado, welcome to your new favorite segment on your second favorite podcast, 60 Second Takes. If you're not familiar with this segment, how this is going to work is that each of us, me and Caleb, have written 5 topics for each other, in which the other person is going to get 60 seconds to debate their stance on that topic, and then the other person who suggested the topic will get 60 seconds to rebuttal. I will give you your topic first.
Okay.
Gun control. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
We're actually doing a music edition today, because if you guys are long-term fans, you know that Caleb has the worst take in music. He has the worst taste in music, and he's just a sheep of the things that everybody else likes.
Dog.
If you can look up the Billboard Top 100, he loves those, but he doesn't like indie artists
False.
or locals. So
False.
let us start with the first band,
Okay.
which is Imagine Dragons.
Oh.
60 seconds on the
Okay,
clock,
Imagine
please.
Dragons is like, I think it's they are the, what's the band that sucked that like was really big? I'm blanking. Oh shoot, the look at this photograph. Who are those people? Someone help me out.
Nickelback.
I'm blanking. I think they're the Nickelback of this generation, right? Like their music's not like technically bad, but everyone hates them. But like, yeah, they were hot like in middle school. I feel like Radioactive was popping off, but I hear that song now and it feels cringy, and I'm not into it. I'm not into Imagine Dragons. All love and respect to you guys. You guys are making music, making that money, but right now the vibe I get is Nickelback of this generation.
Wow.
That's the vibe I get.
I hate you. I don't hate you.
They've got some good songs, I guess.
In the thunder.
Yeah. Also, it probably doesn't help that I worked at a camp where like walk-up music is like a lot of Imagine Dragons and stuff.
Start my 60 seconds, please. I got some words for you.
Okay.
Now, Caleb, you should actually appreciate Imagine Dragons to the fullest extent, because they are the only reason that your favorite rapper is relevant. I remember that there was a music awards show where Imagine Dragons was playing a song called Radioactive, and all of a sudden the lights dropped, and then boom, out of the dust arose Kendrick Lamar with probably his best verse ever, which put Kendrick Lamar on the map of white people everywhere. They were like, wow, rap. And then all of a sudden, Kendrick guilts you guys into your ancestors were slave masters and creates a career. So you should actually love Imagine Dragons, because they're the only reason your boy... They're the only reason that you know of Kendrick Lamar. You're welcome. We love you, Imagine Dragons.
This is stupid. We talked before the show and said he can't put Kendrick, and he still found a way to do it.
I didn't put Kendrick as the topic.
You son of a gun.
I didn't know you'd be so against Imagine Dragons.
I personally don't get, but that's
I
that's
personally
like,
thought you were gonna be excited and like, oh yeah, they're the reason I like Kendrick. Let me talk about him.
I've never seen that clip.
There's no freaking way you've never seen that clip.
Never.
Bury me with love, bury me with berries.
See, here's the thing: is every
Tater
lyric,
tots.
yeah, every
Oh my
Kendrick
shotgun,
lyric
I
that
gotta
he's
pop one at the stars.
every
Sky's the limit. I'm
every
not gonna
Kendrick
be
lyric
the
that he's ever
first
said has
rapper
been
on Muff.
fake. So I don't know Whether or not to believe you.
Mark my words. It was honestly a pretty dope verse. I was pretty excited for Kendrick that day.
I'll check it out.
You should.
Okay.
Okay. What's my topic?
Green Day.
Ooh. Okay. Get me started. I personally really like Green Day. Obviously, one of my favorite songs is a song that everybody knows. And it's a song that you probably want to reform, but it's 21 Guns. And that was good, wasn't it?
That's good.
No, I really like Green Day. I think the lead vocalist has a really good voice. Do they also sing, and I know this is going to sound stupid, but it's late and my brain is fried, but they sing the other song. That was my graduation song. It was everybody's graduation song. Good Riddance. Yeah, great song. I think that they make mostly mainstream boppers. I don't think that it's a band that you can go like, oh, like I'm so into punk music. Yeah. I listen to Green Day. They're more of like the mainstream version of what punk music is perceived as, whereas there are tons of indie bands that are better. But I still like them for a casual listen.
Yeah. Did I just go now?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on a lot of that.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
Finding
good.
some common ground here. Come on, America.
Yeah, blacks and whites can love each other. This is equality.
No, but yeah, I think that's my like big take on Green Day is I think they're like an entry into like real punk music.
That's a good way to put it, an entryway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they put punk on the front page. They're one of the bands that put punk on the front page. And I think like this generation of like punk music, like the reason they have a following and like a scene is because of bands like Green Day.
Yeah, like the big mainstream bands.
Yeah. They made it popular and like okay. They made it so parents weren't so scared of that of those genres.
That's good. Yeah. That's true.
That's my take.
All right, cool. You didn't even need 60 seconds on that one.
Short
Works
and sweet,
for
baby.
me. Short and sweet, baby. Getting straight to the point. Well, your topic for the next one is actually something that you mentioned, and it's Nickelback.
Nickelback. So I haven't listened to a ton of Nickelback.
Okay.
But I don't get there. It's a strange situation because they were wildly popular.
Uh-huh.
And then suddenly everyone hates them. And I don't understand how that happened. And I don't even think their music's like that. Like I haven't really. They're not on my playlist.
Look at this graph.
It's a great meme. But yeah, I don't know how they fell. I want like some YouTuber out there that knows more than I do about this to like make a little like video essay about that so I can learn it. But I don't think they're like they don't deserve hate. But like they feel like just kind of like a general like very like vanilla rock band. You know? They're just like, hey, yeah, we play rock, and you hear it and you're like, yeah, I guess that's rock.
Like that technically fits.
Yeah, like sure. But like there's like an era of like those kind of bands for a while, and Nickelback was like the king. But like just kind of like yeah.
We gotta get on one of your clips, Davey. Can you do a like counter on that take? Yeah, because that was funny.
I'm sorry.
I don't think I noticed you saying like at all throughout any of the episode until just that moment.
This one's hard because I'm like,
harder, yeah.
I'm thinking more.
Yeah.
Like I'm on the spot, and I am bad about saying like. That's facts.
All right, let's give me my 60 seconds. 60-second takes. Nickelback is actually a pretty good band. I think that most of the songs that they've made are straight up bops. Like I'm sick of standing in line and close. I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the night. Like that song is a banger. Hey, I want to be a rock star. Like I don't know. Photograph was a banger. I just feel like meme culture has destroyed this band.
Yeah. And
I'm with you. I want to know what made them choose Nickelback out of every band.
Yeah.
Was it because they were so wild? The band that should have became the meme is U2. Because they're the ones that stuck their stupid album on our phones.
They forced it on us.
Yeah.
We didn't have a choice.
At all. So I think U2 should have became the meme, but somehow they chose Nickelback. And unfortunately, the way the internet works is that once a band